when I used to see people talking about how when they started reading Proverbs, the fools started sounding like them, I was laughing. I thought it was just a joke or something, but God, some of the fools Proverbs is talking about is sounding like me. Anyway, good morning, guys. How are you doing? I hope you are good. I'm also good by God's grace. It's another Friday, so we are going to share the word of God. We are still in Proverbs, so we are going to read Proverbs chapter 18, verse 2. Then we'll jump to verse 13. And it says, "Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions." Verse 13, "To answer before listening, that is folly and shame." Let's use NLT because that gives me better understanding. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. Verse 13, "Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish." Most of the times, we always feel like we have the best opinion. We always feel like we are right all the time. So when there's an issue, when there's a conversation, we just go off with our own opinion, and we want to prove that our own opinion is the right opinion and no one has any stance. What the other person is saying does not make sense. Like, have you dealt with someone like that before? How does it feel? And then, so how does it feel being that person? Yes, that is how sometimes we are. I am not exempted. Reading this has made me understand that no, I've been acting foolish and I need to stop it. Sometimes when you listen to people's opinion, you feel like no, their opinion does not make sense, but aggressively airing yours, not finding pleasure in understanding what the person is saying. Like, you do not care what the person is saying, you do not try to understand what the person is saying, and yours is just to air your opinion. Yours is just to say what is on your mind or what you think is right. Proverbs or the Bible is calling you a fool. So as if we want to be wise, we need to listen when people speak. We need to pay attention to understand them. Be interested in understanding their facts, their points. Like, what are you trying to say? What do you mean by what you are saying? You know, before we air our own opinion, before we counter what the person is saying wisely. The 13 says, "To answer before listening, that is folly and shame." That is foolish and shameful. Okay, like when you hear something, no, boom, you start to rattle. Sometimes you don't even wait for the person to conclude what he or she is saying. Maybe in the conclusion there might be an answer. Maybe in the conclusion you may understand. Even maybe what you are saying is in the person's conclusion, but then because you are foolish, it's not me who is saying, please. You are eager to say yours without listening to the person or answering. Simple and tietia. Proverbs says that when you answer someone without listening to the person to finish their own opinion, you are a fool. You are trying to ask questions that will help you better understand the person's point before you would go ahead to counter it or to share your own opinion, so that you do not sound foolish. Because at the end of the day, who said you can then you jump into it, and then whilst you are talking or when you are done, the person's like, yes, that was what I was about to say, or that was where I was driving at. Then you won't say where do you have some, like, you feel like you've been dumb. I don't know if it has happened to you before, but me, it has happened to me before. And for that reason, I have decided that based on what Proverbs has taught me, instead of airing my opinion giddy, I will rather take time to listen to people. So that is all I want to share this morning. I hope this blesses you. It's weekend. Have fun. Stay blessed. Go to church on Sunday. And may this weekend be a good one for you and me. See you next week. Bye.